Oh, good. There you are. Just a quickie, I won't be long, so it's okay. I know there's racing on down at the pod, but I just thought I'd try this. If you have folding mirrors, you know, you press that down and they fold in. But when they get old a bit, it doesn't always do it every time. Now sometimes when you're approaching a situation where you're going to have to squeeze through and you want to fold your mirrors in really quickly, you need that to operate immediately, and it doesn't. So it sometimes takes a couple of pushes. So I thought I'd take one to bits. Now it just so happens I've got one I made earlier. Right, hang on a tick. This bit goes in there, like so. I prized it out gently with a screwdriver, and this is what's underneath. Obviously the circuit board. There's also one of these. This comes out and it moves in the slots. Depending on where that little knobble there tells it to go, so left, right, up or down. So I've cleaned these little bobbles. I used some metal cream, like the same as I used before, and give it a bit of a clean up. That's what came off. That came off that bit of circuit board there. Right, so now simply going to use my electronic cream, because I've got some. Do a little squeeze on there. A little squeeze in there, and there, as I can, and squeeze in there, and the switch. Left mirror, right mirror, and when you press down to switch them off, that's what happens, and it moves that little bit in there. Right, I'll smear that on there because I can. There's also another one on this side. So that's a good smear on there. And then just going to go back in there. Like so, that's how it comes out. Now, there's only one problem. Needs a bit more on there. When I was doing this fell out. I don't know where it came from. Now that bit simply goes back in there like so. And you see the four lugs, which I carefully prise apart with a knife blade as usual, which is completely naughty, and don't try that at home. Okay? You should use a proper tool for separating these two halves. But the thing is, I've got the two halves and one of these. I don't know where it goes. None of it seems to make sense. So what I'll have to do, take the old one out of the car and take that one apart and see where the blooming spring goes. Right, as far as I can see, it's only fastened in with that one, that one, and you should probably take that bit off first, but I didn't. Now what you can do, behind there is a sensor for the temperature for the cabin. It's a good idea to give that a clean. Or better still, you just prise it out from there. You don't have to take this out at all. Which would be a rather good idea, wouldn't it? Alright, let's have a look at that. Alright, just sprayed some switch cleaner in. Right, that's a little thing inside there, that's a temperature sensor. Giving it a bit of a clean, it looks a lot better, believe it or not. Actually, there's a tiny fan behind it by the look of it. Oh yeah, there is. It's a little diddy fan. Oh, it is. Wow, there's a thing. You know that? That must be the whirring noise in the dashboard then when it starts. Oh, it's okay. I just realised where the plastic clips come from. Because there, look. It's one of them. It didn't come out of the inside at all. There's a little diddy fan in there. I never knew that. Did I explain something though? Hang on a minute. When I first got a big lollopy, and every time I put the ignition on to start with, there used to be this noise coming from under the dash. Now I came from a Vauxhall Elite Amiga, and they were quite refined and nice and have lots of modern stuff. And it didn't make any noises when you started it up. When it first came to a discovery, this one did. I thought, I wondered what it was, and I never found out. I did ask somebody and they said it's probably a relay. Well, now I can see it's actually the fan, probably the fan behind the cabin temperature sensor. It was probably running perhaps a little bit out of balance. There you go, so you learn something every day. It's just every day is a school day. Anyway, that's it. just me getting giddy. Just found a little fan. Anyway, right, okay. So we've cleaned that out the best I can. Right, we'll carry on reassembling the little switch, and then we'll see if it works. Right, so I've sussed out where the metal clip comes from. It comes from the side there. So it doesn't come from the inside at all. Right, so we've put that back in there. That's greased. Quite simply, as long as I put everything the right way around, it goes on there, clicks up, and now, theoretically, okay. It looks like the little clip has to go in first, because it won't go in. I'll have to undo this again. Now this is dangerous. Don't do this at home, kids. Okay, I'm an expert stuntman. I've done this many times. And those fingers on the floor, they're all mine. There, goes in first. Ha! I'll know that for next time. Right. Okay. Right, that goes back in there. Actually, I'll put this back in first before I fit that back in. Right, I'm just going to pop those in. Right, I've just popped that back in there. It's I didn't press record, I'm sorry. It just prizes out. I've turned the ignition off. Like so. Wire pushes in the back, and then you push it back in. Okay, right, we know it works. Bloody marvellous. Now I'm happy. Before you had to press it a couple of times before the mirrors closed in. Sometimes in a close traffic situation you didn't have that much time to spare. Anyway, properly happy now. That occurred to me because of the cleaning we did with the wiper stalk switch. Thought perhaps if they could get the thing apart, might be able to do the same. And here we are. We've solved it. So if you're having trouble with your folding mirrors, not all models have folding mirrors, I must say. But if you do, then there you go, folding mirrors, power mirrors. It's the ultimate luxury. Yeah, I'm easily pleased. Anyway, never mind all that. You get yourselves off. It was only a quickie. Hope you're all okay. Everybody stays safe. Anyway, that's great. Never mind all that. It was only a quickie. Just get yourselves off for a cup of tea. It's nearly tea time. Tragstalgia still on telly, on pod, or front pod. So we can get back to that now. And the DIY in the back garden, we can get back to that as well. Anyway, never mind all that. stay safe, look after yourselves, don't get lost or squashed, and I'll see you in a bit.